All right, hey everybody out there, how you guys all doing today? Welcome one and welcome all. It's a pretty exhausted vamp right here, so we're just going to go over a couple charts really quick on BTC. I just did a whole thing. I updated all the members and all the altcoins. So here just a couple things that are super important right now. So we did just get this touchy by this is the 3-day 200 MA and the 700 MA coming together. So if you go back in history, so we're going to pull this bad boy all the way back for you. Once again, you got to go all the way back over here. So the last time we had this was right there. There it is. Boom. Big old rocket shot off. Got a bunch of short calls. One short call right before it. So take a look. You got a short call right before it. Then you hit the cross. Then it moon doggied up. Okay, so I'm going to show you what's super significant about this. So we're going to come over and we're going to take a look at this chart right here. So this chart right here, this is just basically, look at all these white boxes. So you take a look at all these white boxes. These white boxes represent these trend lines. So you got one trend line, two trend lines, and a little baby trend line right here. Okay, every single time these trend lines have held, right? And this goes pretty deep, right? I mean, you go all the way back. Every time these little trend lines hold, right, you get a pump, right? Trend line held, pump. This is kind of the start of it, right? Got a little pumpy action right out of there. There's another one. I mean, we can maybe pull that a little bit farther to pick this one up too, right? Second one, there's the second one right there. Boom, little bitty pump out of there. Third one, right now, really mean pump out of there. Okay, really beautiful pump out of there. And then this is kind of really, this is the breakout, right? We'll just call this our breakout moment. Then you come on over here after we've already broken out. So this is basically the 5,000 area. 5,000 area retraced all the way down here. Boom, got a pump off, and your nice beautiful little pump again. Retraced again, caught it again. Boom, look at that moon pump. This is the moon doggy pumpy, right? Retraced one more time. Check that out. Came all the way back down. Now we are actually tickling the balls of this, right? So we're just like, we're cupping the balls. The balls are right there. We're trying to hold them in place to make sure they don't fall off the edge of the face of the earth right now. But this is like my most important chart right here that I'm watching. This would be the very first time we would break this trend line going all the way back to November 2018, right? So going all the way back to November 2018 was the last time we got a little baby pumpy off this thing. And, then we would be looking to hold all the way down here. And this would pull us back to this pump October 31st to Halloween 2018. So we'd see this trend line. This would be our next support trend line. If this broke, we're going to title this Next Support Trend Line is here, right? So the next support trend line is going to be way down yonder. Let's grab a little bit of an arrow, and we'll just point right to that little arrow, and we're going to turn that arrow blue. There we go. Okay, so you can see that any fall from here, we would be looking just to catch down on this trend line right here. This would be our support level. Now let me grab this and clone that. Oh, give me this sucker. Clone. I'm tired. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so this would be the area that we would be looking to hold right here if this trend line falls out. Now, upon this trend line falling out here, if we do get a fallout, let me get all the way up here to the members area. There we go. All right. All right. On the cusp of a pump or dump, right? That's simple. And then you go back, of course, now back here, 2000 and yonder, you see that you had this pump out of here. It was beautiful. There you now here was the bearish version of this. And listen, it played out very nicely pre-cross. Then when the cross happened, it actually pulled back up into it, then fell out again, pulled back up into the 200 MA, fell out one more time. That was back yonder, okay? So listen, you can't take this all the way back. And my issue is right now, this looks more like 2012 to me and 13 than it looks like to me where we're at right now. And I can't get this baby to go all the way back here. Right, this 200 MA won't quite make it all the way back to yonder. I really wish I could see where this did cross over. I mean, honestly, looking at this, probably swept down in here somewhere like this, right? You probably got the cross right there somewhere below this 9, okay? So I do want y'all to know that this is a critical time right here because you do have a very bullish pump that is sitting. Now, nothing says you can't fall out of this, get caught on it, and then make your way back up. And what's interesting is I want you to take a look exactly where that cross is sitting right here. Okay, I want you guys to see where this cross is sitting. I'm sorry, where this 200 MA is sitting, right? And it's very conveniently located at 7153. Oh, let's erase that. Right, it's at 7153. Go freaking figure there, right? And boom, right? So you guys can see this is where it is right there, 7133, 7133. You know, we can squiggle over a couple bucks right there. It's no big deal. But now, now you come over and you take a look at our gap that needs to be filled, 71.85. So we have this gap down at 71.85 that would be perfect for this to fall out, get filled on that, find support at the 200 MA. Then if we can hold that 200 MA right there, we would get the pump up and out of it, right? Also interesting, I want you to note that if you do come over here, and I'm going to draw this, look at the support right there. You see the double wicks right there. You see the support right there. A little bit of cluster here. You see the 2 closes there and the wick there. And then look, 2 closes there and the wick there. And boom, all of that all the way along right there. Very convenient, right? A lot of resistance and support acted upon this line right here. Now, you can see that every time you did come to this line, it did get broken, right? Smash through, smash through, smash through. Nice bounce off, smash through, bounce off, smash through. That's just a straight smash through. But kind of, this is the only one that was rejected, completely rejected off of this line. Everything else here broke through it. This would be the next time. You know, do we repeat this or are we going to repeat breakthroughs on here? Now, I still think that we're going to it's not that long away till we find out. Now, here's something is also this, and if you take your extended fib, you pull it from here. If this was a 1, 2, this would be your wave 3, 4, 5. You pretty much get rid of this like this, right? Get rid of that. If this is your 1, 2, like this, right, and you pulled your extension wave, extended fib, 1, 2, right there, look at that. We ran the absolute entirety of this. We ran it all the way up to the 4618. We ran the fib completely to the end, and then mysteriously the bear whales of the futures pulled us back all the way down to close out that futures gap. Wow. Go figure, right? Yeah, nothing shady here at all, but it was a perfect close right there. And then you did this moon right back up. Now, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be where you're looking to fill this 5 up in this into the 94.71 range. I'm stuck on this, people. So now the CME chart tells us we've retraced that far, and if that is a retracement, it's actually a proper retracement. So you can actually go up here. You can pull your fibs, right? If you just want to do it off your wave 3, okay, you would have retraced to the 382. And if you want to, let's do this, delete that. All right, then if you want to pull it off the very bottom to the top, right? Once again, you would have retraced to the 382, which is a completely legitimate retracement zone, right? You would have retraced all the way down to the 382, a little deeper than the 382. Of course, you had to retrace a little deeper than the 382 in order to fill that gap. Wink, wink, right? There we go. Taking a look at the moving averages. Now, listen, on the 4 hour here, you are going to get a possible 1, 2, 3. You're going to get a bullish cross here in about 1 day, right? About 1, 2, 3. Where are we at on the 4 hour candle? Oh, shoot, it's about to close. So you got 1 to 8 hours. So in 8 hours, you are going to have a bullish cross. On the 4 hour, there are no other bullish crosses. Now, this is kind of flagged up a little bit, so this does look a little bearish flaggy. So, I mean, I'm sorry, bullish flaggy on most of these timelines up here, right? Doesn't look bad. Now, your RSI divergences, you guys can actually take a look, right? You are testing this bottom right here. So, if this holds, if this breaks, this will be very, very bearish, and it'll be a very bearish break. And you can see this plays out on pretty much every single timeline right there, right? Like, look at that. You've actually broken bearish on the 4 hour, right? You've actually you've broken bear on the 4 hour. And it's a little harder to find on that one right there. That's a little tougher. But that 4 hour right there is definitely, you've definitely broken the RSI line on that, and you've actually pulled back a little bearish. You know, the Bollinger Bands, so the price action, the Bollinger Bands have actually caught up with the price action. So we are inside the Bollinger Bands pretty much all the way out here to the 3 day. So no real worries are there. Your 2 day is a little overheated on the, but you know, you've just ran that, you know, here's your pullback, mysterious pullback, right? Which is crazy. There's Coinbase. Look, take a look at Coinbase. Coinbase never pulled back far enough. Coinbase never pulled back far enough. So Coinbase chart's completely different than the Bitstamp chart, right? And here's your Bollinger Band on the weekly. Now, on the weekly, you've actually topped out on the 2 week chart and on the weekly chart. And the weekly chart is in a super overextended bleeding 9 on the weekly. You know, this candle has not been decided. Look at the volume on this thing. It's really flaggy. Really low volume considering we're on Tuesday. That's not a lot of volume at all. This is very bullish. You had a bunch of very bullish candles right here for your volume. Bullish on the 2 weeks. Actually, this whole kind of move right here has been very bullish, right? Same thing, bullish on the monthly, month over month, and the monthly's looking good. This is another bullish month here. Your Bollinger Band is way up yonder, 12.3. Right now, if we had some tether pump, yeah, 12.3 could be a number. Now, here's your Gauss charts, everybody. Your Gauss charts, listen, this is how the Gauss chart works, okay? You go from one side to the bottom side, from the top side to the bottom side, from the top side to the bottom side. Okay, let's all say it together. From the top side to the bottom side, from the top side to the bottom side. Okay, and we are look at the 12-hour over. This is the mean line. This is where it wants to go back to. Mean line, mean line, mean line. Listen, 5,500 is kind of a range down here. That's where all the mean lines are at. The mean lines are way down here at 5,500. They're on the daily and the weekly. They're way down deep right there. So, but we are way overheated on all of these, right? Including the monthly. The monthlies were way over. Just our supports. This is just a bunch of supports coming down. So we filled that gap. I mean, this is my old chart. Remember, I had all these swooshies, and I said it's going to come down here to 62.90, then pump back up. And sure enough, we have 62.90 old chart. Let's ignore that for right now. RSI chart. Here's our RSI bubble chart. RSI bubble chart's telling us we did get rejected in the rejection zone, not once but twice. And it's trying to pull back on us once more, okay? Nothing over on that. Just this is the most critical chart we're watching right here. This is it. This is the king shit chart. In fact, if you guys were to look over on my monitors on my desk right here, you would see to the left, I have this chart is the only chart that's actually pulled up right now. Okay. Section wants to know, explain the significance of the gap and how it works. Those are the CMEs when they close. So those are the futures, and those always like to get filled by the futures mafia. So if there's an open gap like there is right here, this gap will get filled. They always get filled, right? If you watch Game of Thrones, you should basically say the Lannisters always pay their debts and the futures always get filled. So that's just how that goes. This is the chart. This is super, super, super critical time right here. And I think we're on the cusp. Either we're going to explode off that 3-day cross or we're going to pull back. And you know, look at the weekly here. Weeklies forming up a little bit of a hanging man right here. Had monster weeks. Just came right up. And once again, you guys can just see how this area plays out all the way across right there. Right? See how that area plays out all the way across, all those closes all the way across the top of that on the weekly. ADX chart. Now on the ADX chart, the only real thing I can see here is I can just see this this kind of head and shoulders pattern here. That was probably not really good to put that on top of the thing. So let's go over and grab it. So I see this basically a head and shoulders pattern forming right there. So you do have a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. Now this has played out before back in the past where it does give you this nice little head and shoulders pattern. And you know, you look for a retracement, right? You look for some kind of retracement. Once again, we do have that gap open at 71.75, right? Okay. Right, so the gap is open at 71.75. Let's take a look over here. Here's the weekly. So this is the weekly. The only thing I can see on the weeklies when you go way back here to 2012. So right here, 2012 is the only kind of the only thing I can see. And guess what happened right here? You came up, you tested, then you smashed through it to the upside right there. Now, all of this was actually bullish. This whole run right here, 2013. Then we had the big fallout. And then, yeah, you guys all know the rest of it, right? You know the history of it. So you know the falls we've had. So this traces all the way back here. You know, we just hit a resistance. All we did was we just hit this historical resistance. You guys can see if I pull this bad boy all the way. Give me this. Come here. Right, there it is. Right, so you can see how this played out. Tap, 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 and tap. Right, so you can see that this line has a significant support and resistance play all the way back to the very beginning of crypto. And same thing is going on the bottom side here. So on the bottom side here, we do have some support we're seeing that is possible on the bottom side. Right now, I have to tell you guys, the bulls have this really in hand. So the bulls are the ones kind of with the power right now to make this either go long or short. So here's our RSI. Here's our shorts. Listen, our shorts definitely oversold. Shorts are way deep. Everybody's thinking this thing is going up. And I will pull up our shorts chart. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it off my other computer and bring that over here. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. Okay, and one more chart. Let me grab one more for everybody. Hold on. Okay, last one. Hold on. All right, so let's pull this over and take a look and see what we got going on. Here's our longs to shorts right now. 65%. So the longs have come down just a little bit. We were about, this was up to 70%, and this was about 65% for the total longs to shorts ratio. Take a look at the Ethereum longs to shorts. They're definitely out of, oh my God, look at the Phoenix longs to shorts ratio. 83%. Holy freaking for schnollies, man. Let's peeky at this real quick. Right? Wow, let's change that to red. Right? And wow. That's crazy. 84% almost. Right? That's nuts. So that's super crazy right there. And then, we're still, Mex is still playing this long. Mex is still playing this bad boy long right there. So Phoenix is kind of playing in neutral. Phoenix is playing BTC neutral. And so we're going to pop this over. Give me a second. And then we're going to do this one more time. Right, actually, and here we go. All right, let me grab this one. All right, so this is the in and outflows by now. This right here is showing that this is bearish, right? So this is the bears moving in with BTC. So this is people bringing BTC onto the exchange on Binance, right? And the closer these get to being equal, right, the more bearish it gets, right? Once these numbers start to be on the high side, these are bigger than the outflows. That's when you really need to be worried, right? Let's take a look at MEX right now. So take a look at MEX. MEX is pretty close, right? MEX is pretty close right there. Stamp is still playing it bullish. So Stamp is playing this bullish. Bittrex is playing this equal. So this is equal. So that one's equal right there. Polynex is bear. This is bearish right here. And Phoenix is still playing this thing bullish, right? Still playing it bull on Phoenix, right? It's still playing that bull on Phoenix. So that's equal, and this is bull. So Stamp is bull, right? And Stamp is regulated, so Stamp is actually bullish right now. So this is bearish right here and moving. We'll say this is moving. Moving bearish, right? All right, let me pull this back. All right, and then... All right, so, oops, I didn't want to totally pull that off. Sorry, everybody. All right. Okay, so, longs to shorts, we looked at it. Nothing, just overheated. Nothing. Nothing. Just nothing. Nope, nobody's broke out anywhere. I will buzz through some alts really quick for everybody. The Matic, I'm really watching Matic. Ooh, nice. Oh, perfect. Good. So I was just saying on this, I was just watching this. So listen, if you're watching Matic, which I have been, right? So I've been watching Matic, and I was saying, where's our Matic chart? Oh, this is perfect. Good. So there's Matic. And I was saying that I don't like it because it has not hit the 5-0. This is the last chart I posted. Look, it was up here. And I said, I don't like it because it has not hit the 5-0. And it's kind of making a bear triangle, right? So you can see I had a bear triangle. Here's my bearish triangle right here, right? I said, this is making a bearish triangle. The support was trying to hold, but it was so damn close to the 50. I just didn't like that. So we're looking for the lower wedge line, right? So now, oof, you guys can see where the lower supports are. Everything is here. And I want to actually ladder in a few trades. I really want to ladder in some trades on this to try to see if I can scoop up a good buy zone, right? Let's get this out of here. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, go Matic. Come on down. So you can see what I'm looking for here is I'd like to see a tap on this 2200 area, right? Because you've got this is where your stuff is right there. It's like 2200 right there. And as you pull it, let's chart up a little bit higher. Let's see, that daily 12 hour. There it is. There's that that open and close right there in the 12 hour. And then you can see your support just a little bit lower right there. So let's see what we can close out. Oh, there it is. That's even better. It's 6 hour. 6 hours got a bunch of sexy open and closes right there. Okay, and you have a trend line. So you also have a trend line that's coming down right there. Let's see what we can do. We're going to take this back to the 4-hour chart. Now you've broken the 5-0, so we've definitely broken the 5-0 on Matic. Let's see if we can hold this trend line. Now this is the deeper trend line right here, right? Come on down, come on down. Yeah, 2,000, 2,000. There's the other support line right at 2,000. Okay, I'm watching this baby play out. All right, come on. Little lower. What are we at, 23? Boy, I think this is going to go down to 2K. Says support at 19. Yeah, right in there. That's our next support below there. Yeah, it should follow. All right, good. All right, so I'm going to save this for the members. Nice. I said I didn't like it because never hit the 0.50. Got it now. Support. Tight stops. All right, hold on. And then 0.19. Okay, cool. Awesome. Excellent. KMD, still watching that until made a call back here. It did get a nice pump today. ADA. Link, listen, guys, Link is out of control. Link does have a mainnet launch on the 30th, so you got days for this thing. If this thing is going to finish pumping out here, wait, where's it at? Where's it at? Right, this thing's got like literally a couple days left because you've got the mainnet coming. So I would like to see this get up. And you came into the resistance area that was all the way back here. This is your highest high, and you just ran up in the resistance area. Okay, BTT, and this token is just a beast. BNB. BNB just announced that they are doing a coin burn. So, I mean, I would love to see this get it in the 50s, but the 60s are possible also. You know what I'm saying? 60s are definitely possible. I think the 50s and the 60s are both possible there. We now know that Craig Wright has called himself Satoshi, and he's copyrighted the white paper. With that, he's also got a bunch of different applications for the copyright of the use of Satoshi and a whole bunch of other stuff. Just remember that's huge. I freaking, if you go on and you look at my calls on Twitter, I just posted them recently about SV. Not one comment on him. I think nobody likes Craig Wright, and nobody likes the guy at all. So I mean, the guy's got no love. But hey, he's a whale. and Calvin's a whale, and their token just doubled, right? Just went up 116%. Tron, God, just man, I'm telling you, all the Tron whales have moved over to BTT. So this is where all the Tron money is. It's actually over here playing BTT. That's why I see this probably has no issue getting up to these higher highs with the Tron whales pumping and dumping this bad boy. Right, that's what I'd like to see, but BTC needs to hold on, okay? Ethereum, all brand new charts for Ethereum. Like I said, you're in a symmetrical triangle right now. I actually like BTC Ethereum, Ethereum BTC better right now than I like BTC Ethereum USD, simply because you're in this symmetrical triangle. A breakout's going to bring you 308. All you need right now is you just need BTC to just hold freaking steady, just hold it together, not fall out. Now your first support is for 234, second support's 204. And let's see how far we'll go. Once again, risky plays. I really don't like any trades right now, because everything is really risky right now. Okay, same thing. XLM. Now XLM has an announcement coming up also. Same thing. It's in a symmetrical triangle. You did get a couple bear calls right here. You did hit resistance on your WMA chart. So this one, once again, risky, right? Risky. I'll put this bottom side. There's our support right there. So there's your support. Your support is right there. It's not far down, 12 cents, right? EOS. Now, EOS has also a really big announcement coming. So they do have a big announcement coming soon. I can see EOS getting a nice run. There's your support for your EOS. There's your run right there. And I think that this thing can swoop. Let me do a little swoopy here. Right, swoop. Maybe something like that, right? So you can get this little swoop on it. Let me pull this over so I can show everybody what's going on with this. All right, and here we go. EOS has got a bunch of announcements. Block 1 announcement. The company that owns EOS, and it's they're doing a pre-announcement of the Washington event. What they're saying is June will be the biggest news since EOS IO announcement, according to EOS CEO. This is for June 30th, right? So June 1st they get a big announcement. June 30th they have the biggest news ever. Huge news, right? Huge. So we're gonna be watching for that, and I like to see that pump into June. So what we'll do is we'll come over here. We'll say huge June 30th announcement. I would like to see a pump into it. All right, target 9 to 10. Right, so we'll pop that there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mark a June 30th. That's July. There we go. And money. All right. Neo, listen, I still think Neo's got legs. I still think this has got legs right here, right? I'm not going to say nothing. This is, I still think it's got legs. Raven, sideways action. I'm not sure. The Raven whales are waiting for that one to play out. XRP, guys, I am very frustrated with XRP. Listen, XRP likes to get a double bottom call. We got the first bottom call right here. I would like to see this make a second bottom call on the weekly, but it's not. I am going to try to catch this. I caught this at the bottom. I played it up. I called the weekly resistance perfect. It pulled back down. I finished my trade. I'm just watching this baby play out, okay? So really the critical things for me are watching this Matic trade, because I would like to get back into this, because I think that the Matic whales can actually drive this back up into the 4 cents again. So I'm going to try to catch this bad boy on the downside, right? And listen, anything that I can tell you right now, and let me pull over my chart. Where's my chart at? Here it is. Okay, so this is my chart. So this is what I've got to say. I've got to say, right? I The time is coming soon for a move. Bulls just need to hold this sideways for alts to pop off again. Right? So I think this is the most critical thing, and we're going to put that right there. I'm going to put a sexy little circle around it. Right? How about that? That work for everybody? I'm going to lower this down. I'm going to make this smaller. There we go. Okay. Right? And there we go. And I think that's all I got. All right, and that's it. I am the Vamp. We are from Trading Associates. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am out.